it's McKinley, and today I'm doing the Audiobook Tag 2.0. I saw Trina from Between Chapters do it, and she said that if you're watching that and you want to do it, then you're tagged. Not that I've ever needed an excuse to film a tag video, but you know. So let's get into the question. Question number 1 is, name a book that was better on audio. For me, I put Beauty Queens by Libba Bray because I started reading this book in physical format and I just couldn't get into it, and then Beauty Queens, the audiobook, won an Audio Award, and I was like, well, let me just see. And I bought it on Audible, and Libba Bray actually is the narrator of it, and it is so good. She is such a good narrator. It's hilarious, honestly. I highly recommend it. It was my first audiobook that wasn't Harry Potter, and I loved it so much. Also, I want to say that I prefer books in verse on audio, because then I'm not dealing... Because when I read books in verse, I automatically break at every line, because I feel like that's the intent. But it's like not when you listen to them in verse. When you listen to them, they just read them like normal. Like, why don't they just write books like normal? I don't, whatever. So... Beauty Queens and books in verse. Question number 2 is, name a book that was worse on audio, so you switched to the print version. My answer for that is I've never switched back to the print one, I don't think. I have tried with Illuminae. I know everybody loves that audiobook, but I still haven't finished that book. But the last 2 Heroes of Olympus books, they changed narrators, and I still finished them, but I seriously contemplated switching to print format, because the narrator on those 2 books is just not, he's not good. He doesn't do voices. He doesn't change his inflection very much. It's just not enjoyable. Question number 3 is your top female narrator and your top male narrator. For female, I really like Rebecca Soler and the girl who did Shatter Me. I don't remember her name. I'll put it here, because I'll look it up. And then for male, I really, really, really love Jim Dale. He does the American Harry Potter books, and he did Night Circus, and he's just really, really good. But of course, I really like Stephen Fry's Harry Potter books as well. I think my most listened to, the name that sticks out to me is Kirby Hayworn, but I'm gonna go with Jim Dale. Question number 4 is, what's the longest audiobook you've ever listened to? I looked it up on my Audible, and I knew it was gonna be a Game of Thrones book, because I've only listened to the first 2. But the longest one I've listened to was the second Game of Thrones book, A Clash of Kings. And I think it was 43 hours? I don't know, I'll put that right here too. I don't remember how long it was. Question number 5 is, what's the shortest book you've listened to on audio? And my answer for that is Go the Fuck to Sleep. I don't remember who wrote it, but I listened to it and it helps me sleep. I'm gonna be straight up. Samuel L. Jackson lulls me to sleep. Sometimes. It doesn't always work, but sometimes. So that's the shortest one I've listened to. It's 6 minutes. It's really short. Number 6 is, how do you listen to your audiobooks? iPod, MP3 player, CD. What kind of earbuds do you like? I listen to all of my audiobooks on my iPhone. I have the Overdrive app, the Audible app, the Hoopla app, the Access 360 app. And sometimes I even listen to them through YouTube on the computer, because you can speed it up on the computer. And then I don't really listen on earbuds, but when I do, they're cheap ones I got at Walgreens in South Carolina at Yellowfest. I don't even know what brand they are. But I also have Beats, but I don't listen to audiobooks through my Beats. I just don't. Question number 7 is, should authors narrate their books? I think I'm going to go with Trina on this one. With memoirs, I prefer it, because you get the inflections the authors wanted. That's really my preferred way to read memoirs now, is to listen to them. And other than that, yes, if you're Neil Gaiman, narrate your own book. Libba Bray did a great job too, but a lot of the times it's just not, not everyone is a good audiobook narrator. It is what it is. It's okay. Just, you wrote the book. You don't need to read it. Question number 8. Is there an audiobook you wish could be redone with a new narrator? Yes. Ash by Melinda Lowe. she's not a good narrator. She narrated her own, I think she's narrated quite a few of her own books. And she didn't do a good job. My suggestion would be Rebecca Soler. I don't know. There's a lot of good female narrators. Like, I feel like they could find one and redo it, and it would be better. Question number 9 is best audiobook you've listened to or your favorite. This is probably cliche, but Harry Potter. Both versions. I like Jim Dale's. I like Stephen Fry's. They're phenomenal audiobooks. Night Circus is also really great, and Heartless was really good. And of course, Beauty Queens was fantastic. Other ones that I haven't really, books that I haven't talked about, Juliet Takes a Breath. The narrator on that one is really good. That's all I can think of right now, but Harry Potter are my favorite. They're my favorite. Question number 10 is what's the most recent book you've listened to? When I wrote out my answers, it was Girl Code, but now it's The Underground Railroad by Colton Whitehead. And I'm currently listening to the second Magnus Chase book, but the narrator on the Underground Railroad was pretty good. I'll be talking about it in my wrap-up, but that was the last audiobook I finished. The bonus question is what's a book not currently on audio that you wish was on audio? And for that, I'm going to say Cursed Child. I want them to do a production with Cursed Child because I feel like that would really add to the story, and then my mom could actually read it. It kind of sucks when books aren't on audio because my mom is not legally blind, but close to it. And she's the only person I can get to read whatever book I tell her to read. So, but I'm going to go with Cursed Child just because I think it sucks. There's a lot of Harry Potter fans that haven't been able to read it. I know a lot of people hate Cursed Child. I personally loved it, but there's a lot of people that can't read with their eyes and they need the audiobooks, and it just sucks that that one doesn't exist, but there's a lot of books like that. That's just the only one I could think of. Those are all the questions for this tag. I'm not going to tag anybody because I don't ever tend to tag people, but if you want to do this and you're watching this, then you're tagged. You can do whatever tag you want. You don't need to be tagged. Do a tag video. I'm proof of that. If you like this video, give it a like. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!